Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Once again, we've returned from the break. Assalamu alaikum, Abdul Jabbar.
Walaikum salam.
Just making sure you're with us.
Yeah,
This is another major topic. Once again, you're listening to Radio Apni Awaz and Aman and AJ's podcast, and you can actually, contact the studio. 01274 271 786 or 77. WhatsApp number is available as well if you check online. Right, the Board of Peace. Apparently, there's a Board of Peace established, which is, I think, for all intents purposes, based in Gaza. What is this Board of Peace?
So let's go back, when ceasefire was declared and everybody, the meeting in Qatar and the United Nations, there was a resolution passed and everybody said that they want to create a peace in the Gaza. So this ceasefire, which was never, obviously has been broken so many times by the Israeli defense forces and government, is it a ceasefire that's worked or not worked? But that's obviously, we can talk about that later.
I think I'll probably quickly mention is the United Nations Security Council 2803, and it was by the US. So it's interesting when the US want to use the United Nations for these kind of programs. So is this a vanity kind of project?
No, yeah. So if you look at
because the UN didn't themselves.
The UN
didn't do anything to how cause peace in this area. It's the United States who bucked Israel in this war or genocide.
The UN is just
is in the pocket of the
US.
It's
a talking shop. It's basically a talking shop. Yeah. So only is used when effect is used for by the major powers. So West America. When America wants to do something, they try to do through the UN.
I'm just going to quickly mention, obviously, they didn't have a Board of Peace when Iraq was, more than 1 million people were killed there. Didn't have Board of Peace in Syria or in other places. Why are they having a Board of Peace in this particular area, Gaza? Is it because of to buck their friends or their Zionistic ideology, or is it to really cause peace? Officiate over peace in the area.
So the resources, in Gaza include some oil and gas reserves there is found there as well. But this international stability force that's going to be composed of these powers, and also some, obviously, the Islam-hating rulers that are installed in the Middle East and the Muslim countries, they will basically come together to, they have shown that they are not for the people. They are not for the people of Gaza that have been under a genocide for over 2 years now. So what are they there for? Some of them want to turn this area into a Riviera, which is a resort area where they can build hotels and get money for tourism. They're willing to invest in that. And the others, they want to get the gas, dig out the gas, and then there's obviously the this force that's going to be actually, the Board of Peace. It doesn't even mention Gaza. So this Board of Peace will control the area. They can go anywhere. They can be sent anywhere in the Middle East, or even anywhere in the world. They can send it where they think there's someone who is questioning them, or is there's instability, or their plans are not going. So they're gonna use that.
Yeah, I think it's
for
very
anywhere
important.
in the world.
Yeah, I'm gonna read out because it's probably easier if I just read out the leadership of this. Obviously, the leader is who some classify as the greatest leader currently living. Who others probably say not so great leader. But yeah, we've got Donald Trump on the top. He's a chair. Then we've got the founding executive members, which is Jared Kushner, which is Trump's son-in-law. He's a Zionist of Jewish background. We've got Tony Blair, or Sir Tony Blair, as he should be known in the United Kingdom, former UK Prime Minister and former, shall we say, well, is also a person who created a war that shouldn't have happened in Iraq. Then we've got Marco Rubio, he's the US, Steve Witkoff, Mark Rowan, Ajay Banga, I think he's a World Bank president and is I think of Indian Sikh heritage. We've got Robert Gabriel. So there's no, in the founding executive members, there's no Muslims.
There's no Muslims.
There's no Muslims. So or Palestinians, well, more important Palestinians, because we know the Arabs at the moment they're having very cushy, cozy deals with the West, and somehow they don't actually look after what's happening in the neighborhood. Right, the Gaza Executive Board day-to-day oversight is once again Jared Kushner, Tony Blair, Steve Witkoff, and we've also got Hakan Fidan, which is a Turkish foreign minister. We've got Ali Al Tawari, Qatari diplomat. We've got Sigrid Kaag, Reem Al Hishami, which is a UAE Minister of State. We've got Yakir Agabe, which is an Israeli Cypriot billionaire, which I don't know why he's on that board. But overall, we've seen is a complicated structure where we've seen people joining the forces for, I think, for £1 billion.
Yeah, they've billion pound to just join.
First of all, do you want to quickly say something about the board members, and are you happy with that?
I don't think it's a board of peace.
Yeah,
it's a board of war and occupation.
Yeah.
The Palestinians, they've got no right to a state, and this will continue. And the war, as we can see, it's not a war; it's a genocide against innocent people, civilian people. This should be condemned in the strongest terms, and obviously we have to say that the solution to this is where when people are being oppressed in this way, whether it's in Palestine, whether it's in Kashmir, whether it's in any part of the world where there's an army that is going to kill them all, do massacre on massacre. If you look at the Myanmar situation, the Rohingya, this shows that the United Nations has failed, these people, and why it needs an independent army, state to help these people. So this is why is
probably a side question would be like they do they have peacekeeping forces. Why haven't they put peacekeeping forces here?
The peacekeeping, as if you look at where they've been sent, it's been upon where the powers, where America, Britain, France, UK, China, all the Security Council, and then they have to send them where they need their needs are. So they're not doing it for the sake. They don't send them for to places where and the UN what they call UN peacekeepers. They can are not going to take the sides. Actually, they are going to take the sides. If you look at the Bosnia war, they said, look, this is a safe place for you to go. So they says you should drop your weapons and go there, and we'll protect you from the Serbs. And if you look what happened, the United Nations was complicit in this crime of genocide in Bosnia. And if you look at where they've been active, is where they want to split further these countries. So if you look at South Sudan, if you look at East Timor, if you look at where their agenda is where they want to where their strategic aims are, where they're going to get the resources of the people of these countries. That's where they will act.
I'm going to bring you back to the Gaza issue. Is obviously apparently there's a ceasefire, some peace treaty. Is there peace on the ground, or is there still people getting murdered?
Yeah, I think a couple of days. I think I've just listened. I can't remember, but about 4 or 5 days ago, there was journalists that were killed. I think 3 journalists were killed, which were visiting a hospital, and there they were killed. And what kind of a ceasefire is this?
I think there's one of the things I've read that 16 people died in one day. So obviously, so when I say died, I mean killed by the IDF. And obviously, we know there's other militia involved in now in Gaza. But just quickly, with regards to the aim, what are the aims of this border peace?
So they could not defeat the militias and Hamas. So now they are going to use this international stabilization force to to take on these resistance fighters that are trying to fight occupation and try to free Gaza from occupation. So it should be clear that they want to demilitarize Gaza, which means that they will want this border peace once it comes into being, and then they will have this international stabilization force. This will be used against the Palestinians. And the Palestinian Authority is complicit with this, as they've been they've been using that in the past, the Palestinian Authority, to clamp down on anyone that's standing up, and where we know where the land is being stolen, where the settlers are taking over land. And the Palestinians, their olive groves and their homes and their farms are being taken. Not now. This has been happening since 1948.
Right. Is there an exit plan to this?
There looks like there's
have
no.
Have they said but from my knowledge they haven't?
They have sort of given an exit plan, which they're gonna try to. They have given one, but it's most likely that this will continue and the occupation will continue. They don't mind staying there forever.
Right.
And the aim was, and also you got to mention, obviously I mentioned it earlier, that the international stabilization force is not just for Gaza. Gaza isn't even mentioned. So they can take that international stabilization force anywhere in the world they want.
So is that like a sellout board instead of a board of peace?
Yeah, so they've got Pakistan and other countries.
I'm going to that. They invited loads of countries, including the Arab world and the Indo subcontinent, China. They've invited most of the world, except for Denmark and Greenland, by the way, which is a side issue because that we know. You never know, the border peace might go there next. But with regards to the countries, and I think there's a fees for joining. What do you know what the fees is to join?
The fees to join is I think you mentioned earlier, $1 billion dollars. $1 billion is a lot of money.
Yeah, and apparently Pakistan is going to pay $1 billion as well. Where has Pakistan got the $1 billion?
They will do anything to bend backwards to appease their masters in Washington or the West. They look up to them, and they don't care about the Muslims, the population, whether they're Muslim or non-Muslims. Pakistani rulers, Saudi rulers, if you look across the board, the rulers are not looking after their people, but are actually against their people.
So we've got Jordan, Pakistan, Turkey, Qatar joining. Are you happy with them joining and paying £1 billion, $1 billion fees?
No, I'm not happy. Obviously, I don't think any Muslim will be happy after finding out what's going on. And Gaza has been ignited.
So basically, is this fees for rebuilding Israel? No, sorry, I've used the word Israel. Is it there to rebuild Gaza?
That's what they're saying. We're gonna build Gaza. We're gonna make a resort there. The people will live in peace, and they will have work.
It sounds good, but why aren't the Israeli paying for this? They cause all this destruction. Why are they not paying for it?
If you look at Tony Blair and his war which he carried out on Iraq, Afghanistan, and all these other countries have been suffered under the British Empire. Now the American Empire is basically saying to the people, let me just finish what I'm saying. So this money now, America says it's not going to pay for it. So who's going to pay for it? It's going to be the Arab rulers. And it's going to be, obviously, like you mentioned, Pakistan's going to pay for, they're going to join this.
Why are they joining? Are they stupid or what's this?
It's not stupidity. It's blind loyalty to their
Pakistan,
masters.
for example, Pakistan is asking, or other people say begging, to borrow 2.8 billion from the UAE, right? But they're also going to give 1 billion to this Board of Peace plan by the Donald Trump. I don't understand. I don't think you understand as well.
No, it's not. It's straightforward. Straightforward being a muppet of the West.
Now, why has the UK said no to this? The UK is not giving 1 billion.
UK is unlike these Muslim countries. I think the recent incident with the Greenland issue. If you've been watching and listening into what they're saying to each other, so Britain has is regarding Greenland, and also Trump's comments about NATO, that none of the other NATO members were pulling their weight.
So basically, the Muslim countries are afraid to say no. Basically, a person who's in the past, he never said no as well, even when they attacked Afghanistan from Pakistan. I'm just giving you an example. And when they've taken over parts of Lebanon, Israel has taken over parts of Lebanon, Syria, I think there's no resolution in that. And these are long resolutions in the United Nations who have been useless, even for Kashmir. But I think where we are now, we will probably talk about this in the future, where we talk about this particular Board of Peace, which I think in the long run will probably not benefit the people of Palestine. And the main thing is ideology, where they can change the ideology of the Palestinian people. Anyway, without further ado, we are going to go for a short break, and then we'll go to a very small topic, very interesting small topic. Thank you.